Hell Week. I'm John Ugazinski, director and owner of Converge Gallery here in Williamsport. Why we call it Hell Week is we basically have 6 days to get everything ready for the next show. That means taking down the existing show, patching and painting walls, coordinating getting the new artwork in, safely putting the old work away, hanging the show, curating the show, moving things around just to make everything kind of fit in. If we have any construction projects, that's usually the time we do them. We have to promote the show, get the email campaign up, update the website, do all the social media things, and hopefully have a good opening. And you know, it gets very grueling. There's a lot of late nights, but it's also a lot of fun. What we found over the years is no show is the same. Some go really smoothly. Others are kind of, you're running around to like a chicken with its head cut off to the very last minute to get things done. One show that really comes to mind, we did an exhibition with Trey Spiegel where we built a paintball by numbers booth. We had screen printed shirts, we printed targets, we did all sorts of things. And that was so like up into the wire to get everything done that while there was a crowd outside, I was sitting there trying to put the vinyl signage up while they were kind of waiting to get in. So, you know, there are times where we're here really late and, you know, by the time the opening comes around, I'm chugging down coffee, drinking energy drinks just to kind of stay awake, but it's kind of fun at the same time. Back in March, we had a show with international artist Juan Arada. Now, Juan's a close personal friend of mine, and I met him through the Artisan Residence program here in Williamsport, Pajama Factory. So about 3 years ago, we hung out. We had a couple of his works in our inventory. We showed him for some group shows, and never really kind of did anything since then. But one day, Juan reached out to me and said, "Hey, John, you know, you have those works in your back room. What do you want to do with them?" And I was kind of like, "Well, Juan, you know, we showed your work here and there, but I don't think we really gave you a true shot to see what Williamsport would think of your work. So why don't we go and actually have a solo show and see what happens?" So we Skyped a few times, did some emails back and forth, and kind of set forth with a plan for the show. So over the years, I've found out that shipping artwork can be really expensive and customs can be a pain in the butt to deal with. For this show, we had Juan basically fly over with a tube of his artwork, and our plan was to stretch everything on site. Now on paper, that sounds like a great plan, but really in actuality, we had some little snags here and there. So Juan arrived late one Sunday night, and I got the call saying that, hey, his artwork's not going to be here. And you know, when you're planning a show, you don't have artwork, you don't have a show. So I was sort of a little bit frantic, but after a couple phone calls, I got a phone call from this very thick New Jersey accent guy saying, "Hey, I'll be at the gallery in like 20 minutes. So all was well with that, and we were able to kind of figure out ways to get the works here, convert the measurements from centimeters to inches, and kind of get them stretched. Now, originally we wanted to get stretcher bars from our framing supplier, but the only place that had them was Chicago, and they wouldn't get here until like the middle of the show. So we put together a little bit of a plan, ran back and forth to the hardware store a couple times, and was able to kind of stretch everything and get the show on the road. Because with this one, we had a little bit more time than 6 days, but it was still 2 weeks to stretch and do all the things I said at the beginning of the documentary. The neat thing about Juan's show was it was more than just paintings on the wall. We had sculptural pieces, we had a sound installation in the bathroom, we had a video installation, and if you look at Juan's paintings, they kind of progressed from this fast, high energy, quick drawing, acrylic and graffiti kind of style to this more painterly, dreamlike style in his new work. I mean, I was really excited when I was emailing back and forth that we were going to get some of the pieces of like Mona Lisa or the guy with the 3 cats that's kind of distracted. Like, I really like this work that he has going, and I want to see where he goes from it. And another unique thing was, you know, Juan hasn't been in Williamsport in 3 years, and for him to come back and see something that he hasn't done or touched or you know, it was kind of in the back of his mind, like him looking at the big canvases that he did here at the factory, he was almost like, wow, I want to kind of incorporate that style back into my new work. So I'm really excited to see what he does with this kind of thing. Now, one fun thing that I really like about running a gallery is the curation process. That's basically means, you know, you put the pieces around, you kind of have pieces talk to one another, you try and group them by either subject matter, color, framing, size, all that fun stuff. So some shows go really well, and other shows you might have to, you're kind of like pulling your hair out to get it just right. There was a black and white photography show that I had to kind of reframe some of the pieces just because the subject matter didn't match up and it just wasn't working. Another hidden thing that not many people know about is our front wall by the bathroom and the desk is actually made of concrete. So, for me to hang a bunch of small works on that wall can be a real pain because you get nails that bend, things don't look level. So with that in mind, I'm usually hanging really large works on that wall just to kind of make do, and I usually save that one for the last because I just hate hanging on that wall. The gallery for me is more than just putting paintings on the wall. It's about elevating the creative culture we have in our community. We'll be celebrating 5 years here in July, and it's amazing to see the progress we've made. Over the years, we've kind of tweaked our program to kind of satisfy the diverse clientele we have. And one thing I try to do with every show is make the work accessible to, the entry-level collector, the kid in college that really likes art but can't afford an original piece. So we add things like t-shirts, cell phone cases, limited edition prints, just to kind of make the price points kind of fit with everybody's needs. Now, running a gallery, it's kind of, you have to be a certain type of crazy to do it. There's a lot of bills and unforeseen costs that you just kind of have to eat and grin and bear it. And there are some shows that I'll do that will do really well. There are some shows that I will think will do really well and won't. And there are some shows that just totally miss the mark altogether. And in terms of selling work and keeping your doors open, you got to find ways to make ends meet. And that's kind of where the Graphic Hive comes into play. Now, Graphic Hive's another business I own. It's a creative marketing firm, and we're going on about 6.5 years. And without the Graphic Hive, I don't think the gallery would be here. So they share a lot of the costs associated with running the gallery, whether that means paying the electric bill, rent, water, you name it. The Graphic Hive's been there to kind of keep things going. Now, we've been operating on a shoestring budget for the past 5 years. In celebration of our 5-year anniversary, we're doing something a little different, and kind of created this new thing called the Gallery Insiders Club to kind of help things continue on. So basically, if you like what we're doing here at the gallery, I would strongly suggest that you become a member of the Gallery Insiders Club. So what you get as a club member, you get 10% off artwork, you get a 10% off coupon for framing, you get exclusive sneak peeks at shows before everyone else does, you get free admission to spoken word and any kind of special event we have. We do an annual gallery party that you're more than welcome to come and mix and mingle with other art-minded people in the community. If you ever need to rent the gallery for a private event, we'll give you 20% off of that. And you'll get an exclusive members-only t-shirt. And we're going to put together a plaque of all these Insiders Club members, and your name will be prominently displayed in the gallery for everyone to see. Now, to be a member of the Gallery Insiders Club, it's $100 annually, or we can do $10 a month auto debit. So for the price of a couple cups of coffee, you'll help ensure that this gallery will continue to go on, and you'll see great, amazing shows from local to national to international artists, and we'll keep doing what we do if you guys keep coming out and supporting us. So details on how to join can be found at the gallery or if you go to our website. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you guys soon.